hates multi-level marketers, but they love people that love them. And what you want to do is get your agenda out of the deal. No matter what you want to say to somebody, no matter how obvious it is that they need your product or your money opportunity, please take the time to love them. This woman right here, we were at the Red Rock Hotel. Everybody remember the Red Rock? We were at the Red Rock, and we're having breakfast in that restaurant. And we're having some fun.
So the music, I know, I can't turn off that TV.
Her son's in jail. She's taking care of his kids. She's in the restaurant waiting on us. We're talking to our waitress. Our waitress runs to the back and says, "You got to beat these people." She drags this lady out. We talk to her. She tells us her son's in jail. He's going to be in there for 32 years old. He's going to be in there for a long time. She is working day and night supporting those two little kids of his, and she's beside herself. And all we did was take the time to talk to her and say, it's going to be okay. We wrote down some books for her to read to get, and we just said, if you ever feel like that water is too deep, call us. So she called yesterday and left that message. Is that amazing? I called her back and told her I wasn't going to talk to her unless she wanted to make a CEO. No, but that's what happens to you. Love like crazy, then love more. The money's going to work out because the universe is going to align for you. Do you get that? That's all you got to do. And this is the time to do it. So I love you guys. What?
It's all good.
It is all good.
It's all good.
So you have anything you want to say before we get out of here about all of your travels for the month?
Well, no, I think that you have to watch that movie, first of all, because I really believe that what our mission is not just 90 for life, but we have to go out there and really teach people about residual income. Because I think that people really do not understand the beauty of residual income. And if they really got what that looked like in their life, then they would do anything to get it. But most people are used to trading time for money. You know, you work an hour, you get $10 an hour, you get $20 an hour, you get whatever it is. And that's, you know, a lot of people think if they're making $100 an hour that, you know, they're on easy street. And that's not true, because as soon as you take time off, as soon as you get sick, you're not making that, you know, as soon as the clients don't walk in the door, you're not making that money. And I think that one of the biggest things we can do is to really go out there and teach people about residual income, because that is the only way that most of us are going to be able to retire. And if you look out there, there's a crazy statistic about how many baby boomers are retiring every single day, thousands and thousands. And they're retiring on nothing. You know, and the problem was that, you know, when Social Security was formed, people lived to, you worked to 60 and you lived to 65, right? So that Social Security was supposed to last 5 years. Well, now people are thinking that they got to make that Social Security last for 25 years. It's not going to last, A. And B, people are living much longer, right? And so, you know, if you have to plan on living to be 90, you have to plan on living to be 100. And if you stop work at 60, how are you going to fund those 40 years? And I guarantee you, statistically, the last 10 years of your life is the most costly time of your life. And so I think that that's our mission, is it's all about, you can only do so much when you meet people, right? And interviewing people, all of that, but really what your mission is to create understanding and education in network marketing and residual income. If you do that, then you're doing your job.
Cool. You imagine people calling you on the phone that are like 75 and canceling their auto ship. And you say, why'd you do that? And they go, because I got to die, I'm out of money. That would be horrible.
Well, that he's thinking that.
Yeah, that's something. Okay, Young, come up here.
What?
Anyway, so here's the deal. Young, what'd you think of the presentation? What'd you like best about it? What'd you like best?
Best?
Yeah.
I think the fact that you took
In the
an
screen.
entirely different approach to network marketing itself. I grew up in southern Utah, so I've seen the Amways and Monavie and pretty much every
His
other
speech. Yeah.
multi-level marketing that you know, possibly heard of has come out of southern Utah. For me, I think the biggest thing that I learned tonight that changed the way I look at it is the fact that you make it real, and you make it so even, how's it said? Keep it simple, stupid. And for me, that changed the way I look at it. You know,
Here's
right
the
here,
map to drive you to where you want to go.
$3,200.
Right.
$3,200 is not a lot of money. It's not. Like, it's pretty much gone before you get it, right?
Right.
For the majority of society. I knocked doors for 4.5 years and helped build with my brother most of the Texas division of Dish Network, door to door. And so
I think I love you.
and so, with that being said, I've seen so many people that fight on a day in, day out basis just to keep their head above water. And for me, yes, I grew up in a family where contracting was what they did, and they were very good at it. And it gave me a strong, healthy environment to grow up under. But on that same hand, Tom gave me a different perspective on where my life's going.
So let me ask you, on a scale of 1 to 10, what did you think it was?
A scale of 1 to 10 on what exactly?
Which 10 being the best? The presentation.
Okay, presentation.
Yeah.
I think the presentation was better, and this is why.
Okay.
Because you made it seem like the smallest guy on the totem pole could still do that, right? So often you get up here and you watch a presentation, and what happens is the little guy that's working at McDonald's that is fighting tooth and nail, he feels like he doesn't have a chance because he can't do it like them up there. I can't do that.
Right.
Where it being down to earth,
Cool.
you're a multi-millionaire, yet you spend the time to get to know every single person in this room. And it drastically changes your emotion with that connection.
Have we ever met before? You guys, this is not a show. Okay, so let me ask you this. On a part-time basis, if you got started with this now, what does success look like for you on a part-time basis per month?
On a part-time basis per month, I'm not, personally, if I commit to doing something,
Yeah.
it gets done.
Yeah, like, but how many hours a week could you really commit to this with your big company and the whole shop? How much money would you? How much money would you want to make?
Truthfully, my goal is to retire my father and have enough money to live off. So I would say about $7,000 a month is a basic start goal.
Okay, if you thought you could make $7,000 a month, how much time per week would you commit to it?
Well, currently, I commit about 60 to 80 hours a week
Right.
to my current business.
So you're going to have to carve out some time for this plan B with me.
I think I could commit to 25 hours a week.
Jesus, okay, so 25 hours a week. I love this kid. How much time would you give over like 6 months or a year or what?
To get to 7,000.
Yeah.
To get to $7,000, I think there's a few things that have to be done, and part of that is committing to the basics.
Right.
Calling you every day.
Yeah, 25 hours a week. Would you be happy if it happened to you in a year? end of 12 months, would you be just thrilled to death that you now have $7,000 a month coming in on the side?
I would be bigger person.
Okay, so if I'm willing to mentor you and partner you for the next 12 months to hit your goal of $7,000 a month in 25 hours a week, are you in the foxhole with me or not?
I'll go down that road.
Done. Cool, huh? You're a rock star.
I can't wait till December when he gets up here and says he's at 7,000.
Yeah?
I know.
This is better than Shark Tank. I love that. You guys, there's not anybody in this room that can't do this. That's the way, Raul, that's the way you feel, right? And these are brand new people. We can do this together. We got to lock arms, and we got to believe, and we got to believe partnership, and we will win this. So thank you very much. Watch the movie. We'll see you all next week.